welcome to Good Boys Gone Bland, Season 3, Episode 10.5, State of the Podcast. This is our State of the Podcast of our Dog House season, where we're going to be wrapping up our 10 episodes of Dogs. Come on. Where is it? There it is.
Do it, Ryan. Get it. You know you want to.
It does not make it.
Say a word beforehand, and then...
Yeah, kind of. Some of it kind of went through. Yeah, Discord perfectly filters out annoying dog sounds, which is an incredible technology.
Yeah, honestly, has saved us in the past.
But when we try to purposely make them, it blocks them out. I guess I'm your co-host, Denali. Man, I was really thrown off by that intro.
I'm your co-host, Airbud.
Are we doing characters? Oh, okay. I'm your co-host, Charlie B. Barkin.
It's not a real character.
Co-host.
That was Charlie from the All Dogs Go to Heavens.
Raised from the dead from Pet Cemetery.
Oh, what's his name?
Charlie B. Barkin. And I sing like Sinatra.
Its name was weird.
I've got a chain-smoking problem, and I own a gambling den where dogs get murdered if they can't pay.
I'm actually a fucked up character. I don't know why, but a kid's movie. I committed murder at least twice.
Right, and he's like the protagonist.
Yeah.
Jace, who are you?
You know, I might be that dog that accidentally watched its owner's bone in Best in Show.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and Airbud's Ryan for the Ryanites who are waiting.
The Ryanites know.
The Ryanites know.
Honestly, if someone's jumping into State of the Podcast,
you fucked up. You fucked up. If this is your first episode,
please rewind.
Get out, take your dog with you.
You could definitely listen if this is your first episode, but you're gonna be confused. I can already tell this is gonna be a loosey-goosey episode, like all of our State of the Podcasts.
Yeah, but it's off the rails already. And
no holds barred.
Yeah,
that's right. And so for some context, every season we do a State of the Podcast to wrap up the season we just did. So we watch 10 movies of a similar actor or subject. This season, we watched 10 dog movies. So this is your first go back and listen to all 10 of our dog movies.
Or just a couple.
Or, whatever you... Or listen to all 10.
Let's not...
We hear they're good.
Yes, we want you to listen to all 10 because we want the clicks. Of course. Please just click on our videos.
Just click them, like them. Don't even 5 times. Steal someone's phone, click shit.
However, don't torture yourself.
Okay, Ryan's just being a lawyer right now, guys. Oh, please torture yourself for our benefit. So, we're wrapping up the dog season right now. We're going to be debriefing about what we just went through, and then, most importantly, discussing and debating the fate of season 4. What are we going to do for the next 10 movies? But before we get into that, do you guys want to talk a little bit about how y'all been feeling?
I have a question back to the intro.
Yeah, go ahead, Jace, by all means.
I was thinking about the host-co-host debacle.
Yes.
That happened in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
What was this debacle?
We didn't know what to call ourselves.
Yeah, we were always calling ourselves co-host or host, and we all call each other host, and there's only one host, so I mean,
Yeah.
So I get it if you wanted me to be the host and you guys are vice hosts.
The ghost of Jared Leto.
How does that work? Does everyone become a co-host when there are 3 equal participating parties? Mm-hmm. Or is everyone at that point just a host?
Yeah. I think, Jace, since you and I both want host, we can both be co-host and Ryan could be vice host.
Ooh, I like that. I like vice host.
Yeah.
Can I have speaker of the host?
Could we all just pick our own title with host? Yeah, Ryan could be.
Okay. So I will be kind of like the emperor host.
I'm Primarch host, and Ryan is speaker of the host.
Speaker of the host, and so if me or Jace become incapacitated anyway or can't make it to the podcast, Ryan will be third in line.
Cast the tie-breaking vote. I have to find 2 more people, and they vote, and then I am the tiebreaker.
All 3 of these still sound similar to a brood host situation with the Emperor, the Primarch, and the Speaker of the Host. It sounds like we're in some weird Halo conglomerate of aliens.
It's rather Dune-ish. Baron. Oh, that's a good one.
You'll be Baron host.
Host Baron.
And I'll be Worm Daddy host.
Oh,
isn't that a Fremen title in Dune?
Worm Daddy.
Well, guys, it's been a long 10 or so weeks watching all these dog movies, and usually when we reach the end of a season, we kind of talk about the feeling we have, right? And we talked about this a little bit with episode 10 and 9. Are you guys gonna miss dog movies? Do you guys feel a sense of discomfort moving on? Or are you guys ready?
I had to stop myself from kicking a dog earlier today.
No,
me too.
Jesus,
because I own a dog.
It was a picture of a fake dog on a movie box.
They're joking, lawyers.
And also people who are a little bit sensitive to animal cruelty jokes. People
who have that disease where they hear something on a podcast and then immediately do it. Don't do it. Yeah, like I was kind of thinking about it because I was like looking through. Now my Amazon Prime, HBO, Netflix is totally taken over by dog movies. It's completely irreparably fucked up. And now I was like looking at dog movies and I was like, oh shit, Bolt. Like maybe I'll watch that this weekend. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? Like,
stop it.
I like looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, what? I don't want to see this. Like, why is this going in my head? So I think the same thing is happening where I get a sense of Stockholm syndrome and my brain's coping.
We were outside for too long. I think we're all dehydrated.
Yeah.
I think it was a hot day out in the doghouse. And we
I want to go inside.
We need to get back inside.
I want to go claw at the door.
Yeah, we need to get back inside. We're going to pick the room in the movie mansion, that we're going to be staying in for the next 10 weeks. I wanted to
hopefully not. Hopefully this one will like have an exit door. We've been getting trapped in every room we went into. We got trapped in the attic.
So you want to
in the mud room.
A season that we can eject from, potentially.
Or that we actually want to be in?
Either would be great.
I mean, people have told me that when we feel like we're prisoners in a certain episode, our content gets better. It's kind of like pain equals art. And maybe we should try to pitch the most painful type of subject.
Oh, then I'm walking away with a W today, folks.
Okay, well, I know we're excited. We're excited. Let's do the dog season justice and just do our debrief. What we do every season is we make a certified ranking of our favorite dog movies, and we kind of talked about this earlier. Maybe we can do a best in show of our favorite dogs. What do you guys think?
Ooh.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
I should have thought about this.
I just sent along to you, Denali. You might see it in your messages.
Okay.
I sent along the graphs.
Oh,
that
yes.
I previously made for the movie meter and the wolfometer from this season.
Excellent. I'll post this on our social medias once this airs. This is very good. Jace, you are so choice with these graphs. I'm loving it.
Good boy, Jace.
I'm seeing here just briefly, we can do like a little summary. It looks like as far as movie meters go, our highest ranking is what, Scooby-Doo 2?
Yeah, and I would like to point out that Denali varied from the hive mind on the top two movies. So Denali, you rated Scooby-Doo 2 a 9.5, while Jace and I both rated an 8.
Wow.
Okay. Then Best in Show, Jace and I both rated it a 9.
Mm-hmm.
And you rated it a 7.
None of this is a problem until we get to Air Bud, a movie that you held so high on your pedestal for comparing dog movies to that you must have forgot your score in the first week because you gave it a 4.
The pedestal was for the dog, not the film. However, the film stuck in my head harder than I expected. I think I was shell-shocked when I finished it, but then, I just could not shut the fuck up about Air Bud. And when I'm listening to our other previous episodes, I'm like, wow, we bring up Air Bud like every day.
I think it was more of like you took it for granted.
Yeah,
like
maybe.
You saw this dog movie and you were like, I mean, it's okay. It's not the best movie. Most of it is about this dog who's playing basketball. How exciting could that be? And I think if I remember right, like me and Jace are kind of like, that's pretty cool. Like, that's pretty insane.
Yeah.
That deserves some points. And then especially when we're like, look at the rest of the dog movies we have to watch. The next one is for preschoolers.
You know what? I'd still say Clifford is a better movie than Air Bud, and I believe my score reflects
that's a different topic entirely.
Okay. Well, let's look at the bottom, which is an Air Bud movie. Air Bud Strikes Back, the 5th installment in the Air Bud series. I don't think there's any argument there. I think that was well deserved. That movie was a fucking mess. And I'm so glad that we got to share that with our friend Michael. The worst dog movie that we've seen so far. We brought someone else into it and made them watch it.
You know, Michael actually gave I don't have that on the graph, but Michael, first guest of the season, he gave the movie its Wolfometer score a 4, which was surprisingly higher than both of you, Ryan and Denali. But then he did slap it. He slapped it down with a 0. He shot below, which is a rare occurrence for hitting that 0 mark from any of us, and he just killed it. He spiked Air Bud with a ball, so to speak.
He gave Air Bud a 4 for the dog meter and then a 0 for the movie meter?
Correct.
Gotcha. I was going to say, if he gave it a 4 on the movie meter, I would just tell him to get an MRI or something.
The dog meter is very interesting. Can we switch to the Wolfometer discussion?
Please.
Because the lowest score we got is a hair under a 4. That's really interesting.
Almost like they were all dogs.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. Like, to make a dog movie and have us be like, yeah, that's a dog movie, all you have to do is put a dog in it.
Yeah, I guess, is that our floor? When there is a dog, it gets an automatic 4 points. Is it like the SAT where you write your name down?
So this maybe vindicates me a little bit, you guys.
Yeah.
Because all this time I was saying, can we have some movies like The Thing where a dog is only in it for a few minutes?
And that'd be like a 1.
That would be like a 1 or a 2, right?
Yeah. But you know what? I'm glad we did dogs. I mean, first of all, I love The Thing, but I'm glad we did dogs justice by watching movies with just a fuckload of dogs. That way people can't be like, oh, you wasted a fucking movie episode you didn't watch. We watch dog movies, guys. We watched them. No one can say we didn't go all in.
And Old Yeller almost got a perfect score. It and Air Bud are right there at the top. I was the party pooper on those for not giving them a perfect score. However, Old Yeller is on the bottom of our movie meter, so that's a really interesting dichotomy, right? Like,
hugest divergence.
I hate that movie.
Old Yeller
so much.
Old Yeller had almost a perfect dog score. Like, you can't get much more dog than that. However, it was a trash movie that we should not endorse in any regard.
It is a classic, and I'm appreciative for it. However, yes, it was fucking trash. It's interesting how Old Yeller is our biggest divergence. It's the biggest swing between the two. Air Bud was a pretty big gap, and can we create a theorem of like how, based on how good the dog is that going to affect the quality of the movie? You know what I'm saying?
Like, absolutely not.
No.
Really? So you think?
Yeah.
Because it seems like the better the dog for at least our season, the worse the movie.
Right.
Because we dumped. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, is there an inverse relationship?
That is my whole argument the entire season, you guys.
Your dissertation.
Every episode I explain this in case somebody was watching only that episode. But like, my theory was that dog movies can only get so good. Like, there can't be a dog movie that's like a 9 or a 10. So therefore, I need to adjust my scale and grade on a dog curve. Yeah. And give the dog movies a couple extra bones, a couple extra points.
So like, how good can a dog fucking be, dude? Like, Old Yeller and Air Bud were such good dogs. Like, they were so professional and so excellent at their jobs. But like, the movie was fucking terrible. And like, maybe it's because like, when you take a good dog and make a movie centralized around it, maybe the movie's dog shit, pardon the pun. And maybe like a good movie would be central to a different subject, which would make it more critically acclaimed.
There's a little bit to it in that if a real dog is a character, its character arc is very limited.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's an actual dog and not like a human with a complicated background and like emotions that we can really dig into. Like, it's not like, oh, this dog mourns the loss of his father who was gunned down in the streets by a terrible villain. Now he takes to the night in a bat costume. Like, okay.
I'm listening.
We can't have those sort of character arcs in a movie starring real dogs. There has to be some sort of human element in it, which necessarily takes away from the dog screen time.
You're saying to me that when the dog is introduced to the script, the bones of the script become weak.
You're making
That's a good
Drink milk,
dissertation, Jace.
people.
Now, I think movies like Old Yeller.
Mhm.
I think Old Yeller is even a different category than like Air Bud, right?
Oh,
because Old Yeller is a dog being a dog, and Air Bud is a dog being a basketball player.
Yeah.
Like Old Yeller, the story is about this person who has a dog and how the dog helps him around the farm being an actual dog. But like
Right.
Air Bud just seems kind of categorically different, like because it's doing human things.
A man
and the
turned into a
kid
dog.
is like, how weird is it that this dog is not doing normal dog stuff? It's actually doing human stuff. And so like those are kind of opposite ends on the real dog spectrum.
And Air Bud, I mean, it was a better movie because of that.
Oh, absolutely.
The other thing about Old Yeller 2 was that it was really critically acclaimed. I think when it came out, it has 100% Rotten Tomatoes. Air Bud was shit on when it came out, and I think had a little bit of an uptick recently. Yeah. And I think Old Yeller's trajectory was the opposite. So I'm like, was this just because the moment it came out, for these, for people who grew up back then, did it seem just better? Maybe because of our generation, we're just missing something. I don't understand. I don't understand why people think this is good.
Well, okay. I have a long, boring explanation, and I'll try to make it short and not so boring. I think for a long time, movies were not taking the kind of risks that they're taking now. Like, okay, let's say a movie studio is like, let's hire this up-and-coming comedian to write a movie script, and let's kind of give him a small budget, and they'll do what they want. Like, back in the day, they sort of tried to do one thing, and that's make every movie pretty good.
Right.
So when Old Yeller came down the pipeline, they actually put some resources into making it pretty good. They didn't put a lot of resources into making it the Citizen Kane of dog movies, They didn't put like, a bunch of CGI and build these giant sets, but they put some effort into making it pretty good. So plus, I mean, the whole nostalgia aspect of it, we talked about that during the episode. We don't want to get into that, but I think that's different than some of the dog movies that have been more modern. Like these dog movies that came out more recently, some of them were some real risk takers, like Best in Show. Like that was not supposed to be the best movie ever. And there wasn't like a movie studio behind it who was like, we need to put a bunch of resources into this so that when it comes out, everybody flocks to the theater to see it because it's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
They were just like, let's give this one comedy writer pretty free reign to make a stupid dog movie.
I think you hit the nail on the head there. With regards to what you said about the moment for Old Yeller, right? When it came out, it was a pretty good movie. I think there's a nostalgia factor. Are we soft for Air Bud for the same reason? Like, is our kids going to see Air Bud and they're like, what in the fuck is this? Because we recognize Air Bud's not that good, but we love it. And our kids are going to see it, and they've probably got freaking Space Bud. I mean, Space Bud's already out, damn it.
Yeah, it's
Robot
the Space
Bud.
Jam hypothesis.
It would be a different movie, though. It would have to be something that comes out when they're children, because it's reminding us of a movie and a time that we were growing up in. We didn't grow up in, any type of time where the movies like Old Yeller were popular, but technology haven't proliferated by the time our parents were children watching Old Yeller, maybe.
Yeah. The Space Jam hypothesis.
Space Jam?
And that when we were kids, Space Jam was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan playing with Looney Tunes, and it was the coolest thing in the world.
That's great.
And now when you rewatch it, you're like, okay, this movie's kind of crappy, but it's still really fun.
What?
I have fond memories of it and stuff like that. But now the kids who see the new Space Jam in theaters are probably thinking the same thing.
Well, that was a shit movie.
Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Let's get into this.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Go ahead, Denali, but I've got a statistic to share.
Okay, go ahead, Jace.
Before we move on, I just want to, we've come through 3 seasons now. We have 3 movie meters and 3 topicometers. So we have our bed meter, our macomanometer, and our woofometer, as well as the movie meters for those. And this is actually the average score of all of these dog movies is a 5. for the
Wow.
for the movie meter.
Okay, straight down the middle. We did a pretty good job then, because we tried to do that with other seasons. Get a good sampling. Yeah.
Which is funny because we were taking and we were adding and removing from the Wheel of Chaos throughout the entire thing. The dog meter average of all was a 6.6. The wolfometer was a 6.6.
Okay, dogs showed up.
So just in comparison, and I don't really know how to add these up or a way that's safe and fair. For Ben Affleck, where we were picking ups and downs, we had an average score of 5 for the Ben movie meter.
Wow.
The Affleck, the Ben meter itself, though, was a 7. So we thought he was really Benny in every film.
Ben shows up.
And then moving on to Matt's season, for the Matt movie meter, his average was a 6.
Oh.
Which is kind of makes me want to vomit.
Yeah.
I have worse feelings about the bad movies in that season than the bad movies in this season.
Okay, the bad movies in the Matt season are the dark depths.
Dark
this,
tower.
Yes, of the dark depths of my psyche.
Okay, we'll shake that off.
Does this mean that dogs showed up more than Matthew McConaughey and Ben Affleck showed up more than dogs when it comes to their movies?
Well, Jace hasn't given us the last score.
The Matt meter was a 7. The McCommonometer average was a 7.2.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was okay. Wow.
So in ranking, we actually have the McCommonometer, the Ben meter, and then the dog meter.
Wow, so the dogs must have been really clustered around the middle because the floor was a 4.
Yeah.
That's really interesting, Jace.
So I was going to ask you, we've got 3 seasons under our belt. We've got a little bit of statistics here. Which season of the 3 was your favorite?
Ben Affleck.
Shit. That was fast, Ryan. I mean, okay.
Wow, you couldn't have done that in episode 3 of this season when we were trying to make quick decisions? Shots fired.
I have a lot of love for season 1. For Ben Affleck, but honestly, I think this dog season has been my favorite so far. Not because the movies we watched, they were all absolute garbo. However, I've had the most fun, I think, doing these episodes from the season and talking about. These are the most fun to talk about just because they're so fucking ridiculous. I think for that reason, this has been my favorite so far.
It's hard for me because there isn't a cohesive theme here. It's not like
dogs.
I know, but it's not like we chose it's not like we chose one dog and watched 10 movies that they're in. We chose.
Hey, we could have, man. We could have done an Air Bud season.
Well, next season, do you want to have a human season? That's kind of it.
That is thematic.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Is it's hard to pin down a theme here when they're so different from each other.
I'm glad we did it. I'm
sort of glad we did it. I'm really actually glad it landed on this because just because I don't like something doesn't mean I'm not glad that didn't happen. I can appreciate it. And also, sometimes just like watching one bad movie is kind of enlightening. Watching 10 bad movies is also enlightening.
So enlightening. You're watching
I'm
10.
so fucking enlightened right now.
Dude, I'm so fucking enlightened. Before we move on from the dogs, can we briefly do a best in show? Our best dogs, our favorite dogs.
Best dog?
Best dog. Do you want to just work it up to the top or do you want to go top down? Let's go top down. Top down? Yeah, okay.
It's got to be Scoobert Doober.
Whoa, hold on a second, partner.
I nominate Scoobert Doober.
Okay. I think I'm between Air Bud and Old Yeller. Between those 2. Yeah, okay, so first of all, they're actual dog actors. They're not some kind of idealized vision of a dog. And they actually acted in the movies. And they were fucking good dogs, dude. Okay, Air Bud.
So did all the dogs and Snow Dogs, you prick.
They weren't acting. They didn't know you're acting. Just like you don't act in a documentary. Like the wolves on planet Earth aren't acting.
Okay, where's the dog in Scooby-Doo? The animatronic costume or the human that did the voice?
Yeah.
I don't, that's, baloney, man.
Well, then why did we watch the freaking movie?
Do you want to submit Scooby-Doo as your best dog?
Sure. It's double dip, dude. We had to watch 2 Scooby-Doo movies, and you're telling me it wasn't worthy of being in the dog season?
All right, fine. My nomination for best dog, it's gonna be Old Yeller. He was doing the most dog things and he fucking saved lives, dude. Airbud was wildin'. He was just stealing food and just knocking shit over. He played basketball super well, which I loved. He played his sports extremely well. I fucking love that dog. But I think just overall, like as a good dog, I think Old Yeller is probably gonna have to win this. But it was tight. It was really tight. Jace, you can break the tie, or you can put your own pitch in. I don't want to put any pressure on you.
I think it's quite literally the dog that won the dog show in Best in Show.
I don't even remember that dog.
I don't remember the terrier of some kind. If I had to pick the best dog, what am I going on here? I mean, you're right. To stay at the top of the wolfometer,
yep,
would be consistent with our rankings through the season. If I had to pick one, I might pick the heroic story of the dog from All Dogs Go to Heaven. Was it selfish?
Charlie B. Barkin.
Charlie B. Barkin, who had
wait, Airbud's not on the podium?
He didn't even fucking place?
What? I'm giving you my one vote. Sorry.
Well, if we're all three of us have separate one votes, that's gonna be podium, dog.
Oh.
Right? Like, it wouldn't make sense to just, if your number one didn't make one, he's
Honestly,
gonna be 2 or 3.
I gotta say this.
Okay.
I think Old Yeller is the outlier here.
Because he's a real dog and not a cartoon?
He's just a real dog doing normal dog stuff. He didn't do anything special.
The dog show! He's an actual dog. If you submitted a drawing to a dog show, they would ask you to leave.
In All Dogs Go to Heaven, Ryan, may I remind you, you said, what the fuck are you guys rating this movie on? I thought you wanted to see dogs doing dog things.
Run back the tape.
Not dogs doing human things. Based on that, Old Yeller may be the most doggy of all the dogs.
He's literally a dog.
He's literally just a dog.
He's a fucking dog.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Is like,
shit.
Normally when I watch a movie, I don't watch a movie saying like, this movie is gonna be a normal person doing normal people things. He's gonna wake up, he's gonna sit and stare at his breakfast, and then he's gonna drive to work and sit at a computer. Like,
are you like that Blade Runner guy who falls in love with like a computer drawing? And this is your justification? Man, you need a real fucking dog for your dog meter.
Okay, then I nominate Airbud. Then Jace has to pick someone else too. Because he didn't pick a real dog either.
Oh. One second. No, I'll pick the lead mush dog from Snow Dogs.
God damn it. Demon?
Okay, we're not going to be able to settle this.
Fuck, we can't agree on a best in show up in here. Okay, legitimately, what's your final pick? I'll if you guys don't like Old Yeller, I'll fucking rescind my vote and
no, you need to pick your dog.
We always get into this schism where we're talking about choosing one thing where instead of picking our own favorite, we all have to align.
We need to be united. Damn it, this is a democracy. Who are we?
The GBGBs.
Okay, you know what? Fine. We each have a different top dog. That's fine, right? We can disagree. That's fine. I liked Old Yeller. Airbud was a close second for me. And you know what? Third, I'll put Scooby-Doo, a little olive branch.
This is why we need ranked choice voting.
Folks, this has been a simulator to let you it's a PSA. Dissolve the Electoral College.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? I don't think we can do a ranked dog list because we got too much diversion. So I guess let's just all say our top pick.
We did.
What was it again? I forgot already.
You picked Old Yeller.
Mm-hmm.
I picked Scooby-Doo, but then I changed it to Airbud. And then Jace, I think, is doing Demon.
I'm really torn here because I cannot differentiate between the wolfometer and the movie meter in my head.
Yeah, it's blurring.
Then why are you picking Snow Dogs, dog?
I like the dogs in that movie. They were really good at mushing. There were a lot of them, and they were well trained, and they did a lot of dog stuff.
This was a bad idea. Let's move on. There's been a stalemate.
I'd take Old Yeller over Airbud, though.
Yeah.
What, dude? Are you serious?
He was
Jace
a raw,
picked me.
savage dog. It's like when Heath Ledger played the Joker.
Oh yeah.
That's Old Yeller.
It was a hard role.
Yeah, but that would be like if they just had a camera and they just followed Heath Ledger around all day and then edited it into looking like a movie. Like,
Great
this
movie.
dog was
It's
just
a
like,
good movie. It's a good movie. Wait, dude, talk about character arc though. This dog, this Old Yeller dog, he was like a fucking ratty ass dog, and
but
then
the dog
he became
didn't
a good
have a
dog.
character arc. It's the people around him.
Did he was
No,
a
the
bad
dog didn't do
dog,
anything.
He was an egg-stealing dog, and then he was a good boy.
and he sucked eggs.
No,
Egg-sucking
he
dog.
did suck eggs. Let's make that clear. A whole batch of them, multiple times. But I think by the end of the movie, I mean, come on, guys, he got the firing squad.
That was because he fucking put it on the line, and they had to put him
Yeah.
down.
No, he attacks everything. He attacked things in the beginning of the movie. He's attacking things. That's how the whole movie started. He attacked the donkey.
Donkey,
This is my ranch.
get out of my ranch! I'll bust your eye socketed with a club.
The little kid. I'm gonna throw rocks at you.
The people who did not listen to our Old Yeller episode,
Because
this is going to come quite as a shock.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know, man. We had a lot
Okay.
of good dogs. Let's just
I think it's okay
Yeah.
to disagree, but
Okay.
this is why there's a one
erase the
judge
tape.
in a
Erase the
dog
tape.
show.
yeah. There's one judge. Okay, I'll be the judge, guys. All right, Old Yeller is the best in show. Fuck you, Ryan. Oh, sorry.
Ugh.
All right.
Okay.
So let's go into it. Let's get
All
a
right,
little-
let's do it. I
don't
think we're.
have anything else.
I don't want to sit here for an hour and talk about dogs again. We've already done that 15 hours.
Dude, I'm losing my mind right now.
I'm over the dogs. In fact, I almost have to convince myself every day
Yeah.
like that. Like I wake up and I'm like,
Dogs.
oh, it's over. That's right, it's over.
I think next to veterinarians, I think we've said the word dog more than, and I think we're in the top like 10th percentile or 90th percentile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also with Ben and Matt.
Oh, 100%. Like next to people who have like stalking, like, complexes, I think we have the same. We're
So so I've been logging all the movies we watched on my Letterboxd profile, and it'll tell you there's like a little blurb in the corner what percentage of movies you watched for a certain like whatever, like character or director or something like that.
Mhm.
And so we probably are, because we're like closing in on 50% on both Ben and Matt.
I think so. We've watched a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Like when I tell people that we watched 10 Ben Affleck movies, the most common response I've heard is there 10? And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, there's 10. There's like
more.
100. It's same with Matt. And so, yeah, I do think we're in the top viewers. And I'm curious what the dog stats are, Ryan, because we might have watched.
Unfortunately, there's not like a thing you can just click and it'd be like dogs.
Oh, well, okay. Letterbox, if you're listening, maybe something to think about. Well, guys, do you guys want to get into our entry
We're
into season
departing
4?
From
We're departing. I think we've pushed this out to sea. Goodbye, dogs. Ryan, shoot the flaming arrow into the dog ship. There's no dogs. There's no dogs in them. There's no dogs in them. There's dog movies on the ship, and it's being pushed out. The dogs
Oh.
are fine. Their dogs are fine.
Is there a lake behind the movie mansion?
Yeah, there is a lake. It's a mansion, of course.
Okay.
It's full of burning ships, and it's an ecological disaster.
We load all the movies we watch onto a boat every week and then push it out into the pond and shoot it.
Shoot it with a bow and arrow, a flaming bow and arrow.
We really like these abstract metaphors that have to like
They're
deal
great.
with us watching movies in an alternate universe.
Well, I think the audience likes a narrative. Otherwise I think they'd be completely lost without our narratives.
Yeah, let's take a moment to fantasize a possible reality at which our audience is lost at any one point in time.
I think they're lost every second they listen to us
That's
talking in an
what
episode.
I'm
I'm lost right now. Okay. Well,
Okay.
guys, let's explain the rules. Are we agreed on the rules of last season? I think that was pretty good.
That was an amazing set of rules, partially because I devised them.
I devised that, man. I had a dream about them, and I fucking pitched them, and I got it
Excuse me?
recorded. Yeah, our voting system that we rank and then put the pie pieces on the chart.
I'm pretty sure that was my idea.
We came up with that as a unit, literally during the episode, because there was
gonna swallow
contention
this
about
bitter
how
pill.
it went.
But I fucking woke up one day and wrote it down.
Are you implying that we disagreed about something?
I'm gonna swallow this bitter pill for the sake of our podcast. This is a sacrifice I am making, and I expect you to make the same one in sometime in the future. Well, thank you, Discord, for blocking that. The rules for Stay the Podcast that we previously agreed on, and I think these are pretty good. Well, basically, each of us have 2 pitches, right? There's the 3 of us. It's going to be 6 pitches total. We'll each, go one after another and pitch our movies. And then at the end, we'll each rank the movies. It's a very convoluted system, so keep up, folks. 1 through 6, okay? Then Jace, because he's the only one here who can do math. I definitely can't. He will use this. He will devise an algorithm to fill in the Wheel of Chaos like you did last time, Jace. I don't know how you did it. Whatever gets higher rankings will take up more spaces on the wheel. Therefore, it'll have a higher chance of being picked. But we will always have a non-zero chance of picking whatever was the least popular.
And that is the scariest thing, because sometimes we could throw away.
I think we should drop one.
You think we should drop the lowest number?
Well, if something doesn't get a vote, or one of them, if there were multiple.
I like that. If something doesn't get a vote, drop it.
One of us does not vote for one of the topics. So there are 9 votes cast, and one topic doesn't get a single vote. Whoosh.
I think I'm confused now, because I thought we rank them 1 through 6.
Oh, did we do that?
Yeah, we did a ranking.
I thought we picked 3 and we ranked them.
We
did 6.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Okay, we'll get rid of the lowest ranked one.
Okay. If we all put something at 6, then we can drop it.
Okay, how about this? In the circumstance that if all 3 of us put the same topic as number 6, then that drops off the wheel and there's no chance of us picking it for next season.
Okay, fine. It's almost like a group veto system. I just like the idea of us not being we stick to our guns. What you fucking pitch is there's gonna be a chance it's gonna be picked. All right.
I think this is a compromise.
Okay.
I feel weird right now because Dog's gone on as a 4-banger. It had very few votes, and
it was in the middle.
While we have proliferated our online presence, thank you, Denali, and people are loving this shit. I agree, Jason, and that's why I want to do the wheel. I don't really care if what I pitched right now gets picked unless you guys really like it.
Okay, Jace, I totally agree.
So, do we want to go in our typical order? I like the order of Ryan, Jace, me.
We rotated. It went Ryan, me,
Jace, me, Ryan,
Denali, and then it went me, Denali, Ryan, and now the wheel has rotated to make Denali go first.
All right. Let me pull up my notes real quick.
I still don't know what I'm pitching. It's coming
down
to the
You
line.
don't know?
Dude, no.
Let's be real. I have a couple on retainer because I don't know if you guys are going to poach me.
Right. I have 25 candidates. I narrow it down over a period of weeks.
What?
I think a candidate's once a week.
Is this all a part of your really...
I have a 7-year plan for us.
I've been thinking about this since Snow Dogs.
I have a 7-year plan for our podcast.
I've thought about multiple. I'll talk about it when we go.
Okay. Are we good to go?
Yeah, go ahead, DK.
All right. So I guess I'll have the first pitch this time around, guys, and then we'll do Ryan and Jace, and then me again. We'll kind of do that full circle. I think that's
one at a time.
Yeah, we all pitch. You came up with that aspect, Ryan, and that's the podcast.
Sure, bud.
You pitch it, you give your thoughts why, and then
we each pitch one, and we go in a circle to split it up.
That's a great idea.
You convinced me to do that.
As a genius.
Okay. All right. So for this first pitch, I kind of developed like a character to kind of help pitch it. It's okay. We can just cut this part out if it doesn't work out. So here we go. So, hello, Jason Ryan. I'm pitching today the nursery, and we're gonna be. And we'll be pitching great movies like Look Who's Talking, Baby Geniuses. Right, where are you going? You gotta sit back down.
Oh, God have mercy.
My pick for season 4 is baby movies. Movies starring babies. Yeah, I'm not pitching that. That's not my pitch. I'm just
Oh,
with you guys.
Jesus.
I'm not doing this. You guys have to find a third person to do this podcast.
Bye, guys. Sorry, it was fun. We got 1,000 watches. I'm out.
I'm out.
I just wanted to see your guys' reaction.
Oh my god, I would
I'm
get
not
so
doing
fired.
I was like,
what's
might
the
have
worst
to
thing
give
I
it
could
my
pitch?
third vote.
What's the worst thing I could pitch? And then what's the worst way I could pitch it?
Baby, what movie?
I'm
losing it. I'm losing it.
I think legitimately, I just heard my neighbor get up out of his bed. I think I woke him up from a nap doing that. It's the worst. I think I fucking woke him up.
Your energy needs to stay strong, brother.
What did I say? Okay. I'm sorry. So, but for my legitimate pitch, I do have a legitimate pitch here. To kind of give you a hint about what this pitch will be. Right? Are you okay?
Okay, and my TMJ is acting up, and it's like when I don't want to like stress my face muscles, it's like the telling yourself not to laugh.
Okay, so now that I pitched babies, now I hope this will make my other pitches look a little better, hopefully. But they're a little bit of reaches, so I'm going to introduce a new tool to our lexicon, as I was saying. This would be the twistometer, okay? Now, the subject of my pitch will lead us towards iconic movies such as The Village, Signs, The Sixth Sense, and Lady in the Water, the Avatar live-action film, and maybe even the most recently, Old. I am, of course, speaking of the great M. Night Shyamalan.
Yes.
This is a director that takes risks and has a very distinctive style, so I think it's very easy to kind of characterize his movies. No matter what, when you finish an M. Night Shyamalan movie, you will have a fucking opinion, good or bad. I think this kind of coincides with spooky season, which is coming up for us right now, and we can indulge in like the fun, creepy, and ridiculous. So for my pitch, the Shyamalan Shack, or the Shyamalan Shelf, or what, we can workshop it. Shyamalan Shed. Actually, Shed sounds better than Shack. Yeah.
Also, I was
Sheds are
very close to
scary.
pitching a shed.
That's okay. We can have a different shed. So, yeah, M. Night. I think that'll be fun.
M. Night. I might.
And I want to go out on a limb here and maybe take some heat from the serious movie watching community. I know that they're a big component to our podcast views, but I love M. Night Shyamalan.
Yo, I do too. I fucking love even his shitters, man. I fucking love all of them.
I really like his style. Like, he is actually really good. Unbreakable is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, we can watch Unbreakable, Split. There was another one too, wasn't there?
Split's really good.
Glass. I haven't seen them. I've only seen about like 5 or 6, and I've enjoyed all of them.
I actually really like his style.
Yeah, I respect someone who actually, like, he doesn't try to just make a fucking pretty good movie. I think he really swings for the fences, and it's either amazing or really bad, and I totally respect that as an artist.
I 100% agree. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Ryan, do you got a pitch for us?
Okay. I'm gonna come in, I think, a little easy. I think my second pitch is gonna be, you guys are gonna be on a lot more, but I kind of want to stick in your brains at the end there.
Of course.
So I'm gonna pitch a good old boy, and we can take a step into Depp's den.
Oh.
Ooh.
Johnny Depp.
Oh, not Lily Rose Depp.
I don't know who that is.
His daughter. Okay.
And here in Depp's den, we have recurring movies such as Pirates.
Yo.
We wanted to watch Pirates a couple seasons ago.
Oh man,
Okay.
Yeah.
We have one of my favorite franchises, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh shit, was he was in one of them, right?
I was Johnny Depp for Halloween last year.
Oh damn. Okay. Which one is he? Is he in the first one?
He's in the original.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I like Johnny Depp. He does have a kind of a typecast in a way, especially with the Tim Burton movies.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he has enough variation, and he has a lot of movies. And he takes some serious roles too. He's got some spookies, which go with our theme. So I want to explain that a little bit, why I was choosing the things I'm going to pitch, because my next one kind of is in line with this as well. I had 5 criteria. 4 of them are normal, and that's they need to be popular people. They need to have a cohesive theme, kind of like they can't just be someone who's a chameleon because they didn't have a personality. They need to have a mix of a good and a bad. Like, You can't just have someone who
Definitely.
knocks out of the park every time. And they have to have more than 10 choices so that we can actually select stuff. And then this year, out of the fifth thing, I want to watch scary movies. I want to watch spooky Halloween fall themed movies because that's my comfort food. And I can talk about that so much more. I probably will on my next pitch as well, but I want to submit Johnny Depp for your consideration.
All right, hell yeah. The J-Man, the J-Depp man.
Guy, I don't know what to do. Like, I really do not know what to do. I've been on the fence about theme, actor, theme, double actor theme. And I think I'm combining the two. And you guys can strike me down here. I'm going to give you a little bit of leeway in almost what I want to pitch.
Interesting.
But
okay.
I want to pitch an actor to you that is prolific. They've been in TV shows. They've been in critically acclaimed movies. They're a nerd at heart. They are one of my favorite people that is out in the famous actor sphere. And this could go one of two ways. Like I said, it could be thematic, or we could just focus on the one actor. I wanted to pitch the heroes of Hobbiton. I wanted to pitch Frodo Baggins and Samwise Gamgee as a dual season where we pick movies from either Elijah Wood or well, I should have,
or Sean Austin.
Or but so that was, I was gonna say I wanted to pitch the Hobbits, and it could be their duo. You know, Frodo and Sam. They're a historic duo as far as Lord of the Rings goes, and they're both in very different things. But Elijah Wood has had a lot of movies coming out recently that fly under the radar, that are good and bad. He actually, I think, has his own type of publishing house right now where he does horror movies.
I'm biting my lip a little bit. Can I talk about this?
Sure.
I absolutely love it. Elijah Wood was a candidate for me. Now, Elijah Wood does own his own company. It's called Spectre Vision.
Yep.
It's him and Daniel Noah. They are the main people running Spectre Vision, and they have produced a lot of indie horror movies lately. And they really like the idea of an auteur filmmaker who comes into this kind of genre horror type of movie, and they give them free reign essentially and say, like, go push the boundaries. And that's exactly what I love. I really like Elijah. I'm a fan of his personally. I'm a fan of their podcast. Now, their podcast is called Visitations. Go listen to their podcast. 100% recommend it. In fact, it's a big inspiration for me. I would love to work with Elijah Wood in the future, and that's not like just as a fan thing. Like, I would actually want to do that as like a writer. So this is I'm totally on board. I really like this idea.
Okay, I'm gonna pivot. And I'm going to pivot from, I thought the Heroes of Hobbiton was hilarious, and I was wondering how doing a two.
I do not know that much about Sean Astin.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing back.
Encino Man. Yeah, okay, yeah. I think Elijah Wood's good.
I'm pitching Elijah Wood as my first pitch. And I think this is a good thing. So we've gone from
that's good.
A lot of Elijah's Woodshed. we've gone from actor theme. And the theme was crazy, but at the same time, we've somehow picked themes that are all kind of up and coming. And I think Elijah's seeing a little bit of a bump. I think people are catching on to the works that he's doing.
No, he's doing a very good job. Like, kudos.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I was like, when you said Heroes of Hobbiton, I was worried. I was like, are we doing Hobbit movies? And I'm like, what the fuck? Well, okay, because then I was like, oh fuck, are we ready to do this? Are we ready to do all of the Lord of the Rings? Are we ready to do a Lord of the Rings season? Because I don't know if I'm ready to take that kind of heat right now. You know, I think we're still in our maybe pupa stage. Yeah. And to take on such a we'll be like Frodo taking the ring to Mordor, doing Frodo taking the ring to Mordor movies. So I'm relieved. We could still do Lord of the Rings in Elijah Wood's season.
Yeah. One or two of them, probably.
Yeah, but we cannot I don't know if we can take that.
I would say for one episode, we need a marathon.
Oh my God.
He's only on screen for like 2 hours and 3 minutes or something like that.
Yeah,
for all
together.
3 movies.
Him and Daniel Radcliffe are the same mold.
No, they're not.
They're the same mold. They're magic boys, and they do weird movies.
It's really not that.
They look the same.
You
would pick Woodshed?
Pitching Elijah's Woodshed or Elijah's Work.
Great.
Yeah.
So I guess it's time for my second pitch. We'll all go around. So my second and final pitch is a bit of a reach. I'll full disclosure, and I think you'll soon see why. Back in November of 2008, an iconic franchise emerged and introduced us to one of the most polarizing yet well-known actors of our generation. This actor was parodied endlessly when he came onto the scene, but then he made a surprising left turn into critically acclaimed independent films, such as Good Time, The Lost City of Z, and The Lighthouse. I am, of course, talking about one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people in the world, winner of 11 MTV Movie Awards, including a record-breaking 4 Best Kiss wins, the face of Dior Home Fragrance, Robert Pattinson.
Willem Dafoe?
Yes, I love our Pat.
So now you may be wondering, how do we avoid watching all of the Twilight films?
We don't.
We fucking
Exactly.
don't.
We fucking don't.
I was gonna pitch a mini Twilight season at some point as well,
because we need to do our boy, the service of watching his most iconic franchise, and also Twilight is having a bit of a major resurgence.
Oh
right now, with old and new audiences, like Gen Zers and high schoolers right now are rediscovering it.
Yeah, it's like
the
dabbing.
pandemic.
What?
It's like what?
What? Oh, you're kidding.
It's like dabbing.
You stopped me dead in my tracks, Ryan.
I've seen a few TikToks.
It's cool again.
No, it's not. Put it away. Put the dabs away.
Dabbing is cool again.
No, it's not. Put it away. But yeah, it's out on streaming platforms. People are watching it for the first time, and I think it's a good time to reanalyze a franchise that was such a big part of the cultural zeitgeist when we were growing up. And we can spend the front half maybe watching Twilight if we wanted, and spend the back half watching critically acclaimed great movies starring Robert Pattinson.
We get to watch Good Time. That's like the bones.
So I pitch to you Pattinson's Porch.
Ooh. I like it.
I think he also fits the mold of Daniel Radcliffe and Elijah Wood, kind of like pale, scrawny magic boys who do weird movies now.
That's my next pitch.
Pale, scrawny magic boys. Any of the three.
We can just subsume all of them into one theme.
Next, beefy dudes with Boston accents. That's going to be Mark Wahlberg and Matt Damon movies. Just flip them between the two.
So it's Ryan's turn. Now, I need a little bit of ceremony here, and I want to blow the horn for the fallen soldiers.
Hey, you know me.
For the fallen soldiers here that didn't make the final cut. I have been a staunch opponent of the thematic theme, like the thematic pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But I was very near to pitching slasher movies.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Now, I am a slash head, okay? I love slasher movies. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is almost not even a slasher movie. But, like, that sort of idea, I just absolutely love.
Or a Saw movie. Because it's Saw.
Yeah, I get it. So, unfortunately, I thought that wouldn't maybe be enough variety. They would all be the same type of movie. And I thought maybe you guys wouldn't be too into that. So then I thought, like, what other horror icons could I use? And next came to mind a boy from the Lord of the Rings franchise, Christopher Lee, who I'm not pitching because
it's like Saruman, right? That's
he's in all the old like Universal Hammer horror movies where like he's Dracula or he's like the Mummy and things like that. So like he was Dracula like 10 times.
Damn.
But he wasn't quite like the main character. So then I thought, you guys wouldn't want to do that probably because the movies are not popular and nobody would click on them, and then this podcast would fizzle out. I might have been persuaded, if not for someone that I think Julie subsequently. We're talking about off the end of the hot scale here. We're also talking about off the end of the crazy scale here. Okay, we're not reining it in this next season.
Okay,
we're going all out. Okay.
Okay.
And welcome. If you can't stand the heat, get out of Cage's kitchen. Because this boy belongs to Nicolas Cage.
I was
No,
gonna
you
pitch
didn't.
Nicolas Cage.
No, you didn't.
Are you shitting me? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You fucking red herringed me.
Oh
You took
my
this
God.
big old journey around. What is? Oh my God. Oh.
Get ready for
Pig.
The Wicker Man.
Oh my God. The bees.
Get ready for National
Rider.
Treasure.
Oh.
Get ready
my
for
God.
Con Air. The
Oh.
Rock. Get ready for, produced by Elijah Wood and Daniel Noah, Mandy. Produced by Elijah Wood and Daniel Noah, The Color Out of Space. We're
Ghost
getting
Rider.
Lovecraft up here. We got
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. I think this is like the perfect season for us because we
Season
can go all
of the
in.
Witch.
Yeah, it's gonna be bananas.
Jesus. I love it, Ryan. Let me
Man,
just.
you were going so hard down the road that you were on that I was
You
like,
circled.
okay,
You
I'm
caught me
prepared.
completely. Yeah.
I'm prepared to pitch Nicolas Cage, and I don't know if it's allowed. I've been thinking for the past 3 minutes
Right.
of the movie. We have to watch Pig. I want to watch Pig so bad,
A lot of buzz around
but
Pig.
I was
I want
holding
to watch
off
Mandy super bad.
because I wanted to pitch Nicolas Cage. Oh shit, man, good pitch.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because
Oh.
I was debating on Cage for a long time because I was like, are we ready to take on such a meme icon, right? Because everyone knows Nicolas
Yeah.
Cage is this.
He's had
nutter, right?
he's had a Cage-a-sance.
Yep.
With Pig,
Yes.
right? With recent movies.
Well, with Mandy and Color Out of Space and a couple other ones, like he's come
I guess I
out
haven't heard
of
this.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So
you haven't heard of Mandy? Mandy is like what exploded onto the indie scene. Like seriously.
The thing is like with Cage, we could literally do a fucking Cage podcast.
Yeah.
This guy has like 300 movies or something,
He
man.
does not say no.
He does not say no. And you know what? He is a working man. He's a working actor. He goes in. Like, we will literally never run out of Cage content. I think our biggest challenge is literally picking, because we're always like, oh, let's pick a wild one. Well, which wild one, man?
I would
Also,
think
which
I
good
would
one?
want
There's
to be,
so much.
I think I would want to be reserved in a Cage season to like
Yeah.
each picking 3 movies and putting them on the picker wheel once a week, and that's it. So we each throw up a movie and you spin on it because
Oh,
it's such a
Jesus.
large repertoire that like
We should draft legislation. We create these Byzantine systems of picking
I
shit. We
know.
should, we should just work for.
we could just pick movies at this point.
Well, that's incredible, man. Honestly, we can have like a season where it's like crazy Nick Cage movies about animals, Nick Cage movies that are like critically acclaimed. Like you can just literally do Nick Cage war movies because there's just so much.
War movies, please God.
It's just pitch cat movies already.
Just do it. Just
With actually with Elijah Wood and Nicolas Cage taken out of the way, I think it's time for God, one of the largest franchises in the world.
okay.
Am I gonna pitch a Fast and Furious season?
Oh my lord!
No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
Oh my god. You tell me Nicolas Cage is not in Fast and the Furious.
We each get a bit of a psych out. This comes back to what I wanted to talk about earlier. We're getting a bunch of hits on dog movies. A lot of the movies are popular. A lot of people watched them when they were kids. And I think we've got a lot of sensible picks up here. We've got literally only one theme, and it's the director, M. Night Shyamalan. I told you guys I was going to do this. I drew a zombie head. I'm pitching holiday horror movies.
Oh shit!
I'm pitching movies that are specifically scary horror movies that have to be based on a holiday. So there's a Thanksgiving horror movie. There are a bunch of Christmas horror movies. We can honestly, you can consider any of the Halloween movie.
Halloween.
Yeah. Easy one.
It's only the first one, and then some of the reboots and like the continuing sequels are on Halloween. But yeah,
Is Friday the 13th like a holiday?
it is in New Jersey.
Oh, there you go.
So Midsummer. It's a
Midsommar,
holiday horror movie.
Isn't that like
Wow.
a Swedish holiday? That counts. Yeah.
Krampus. holiday horror movie. So
That's a Danish holiday.
I'm pitching holiday horror because I think we're moving into the spooky season. Things are going to start being released at the end of the year. It's not a thing that I've watched a lot of.
Valentine's Day is a holiday.
I know what you did last summer is on 4th of July.
A holiday horror
We got Leprechaun.
movie. Yes.
Leprechaun, that's going to be St. Patty's Day.
Uncle Sam, I Want You Dead.
Trick or Treat. Oh, we get to watch Trick or Treat. Oh, that's like my favorite, except for Halloween. It's my favorite Halloween movie.
Okay, I never heard of it.
What?
Easter Bunny Kill Kill?
That title alone.
So I think this might be one of the ones where a lot of people haven't probably seen some of these movies, but it's niche. And I doubt there's a podcast out there that's been reviewing holiday horror movies.
Fuck no.
So
There's no way.
I think there's podcasts out there who have reviewed holiday horror movies because there's actually a lot of horror movie podcasts. It's kind of like its own podcast subculture.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got you. Yeah, like there's a lot of movie review podcasts, but has anyone ever marathon them? A marathon?
This is actually pretty unique. I like this
pretty
a lot.
unique. Yeah.
And it ticks my boxes.
Likewise. We're heading to the holiday season, man.
Juggles my gumballs.
Okay, so let's just list off what we pitch because I want to make like a little list just so I can look at it.
And also for the viewers who are probably really freaking confused.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just say my two, I guess. So I was pitching M. Night Shyamalan
down the list.
And, you already write them down? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm prepped for. So we have M. Night Shyamalan, Johnny Depp, Elijah Wood, followed up by Robert Pattinson, Nicolas Cage, and holiday horror.
Jesus Christ, this is going to be a wild ass season.
I was hesitant last season with some of the choices, like getting sucked into. I'm pleasantly surprised at this power-packed list. I would be happy with any choice.
Yeah, I think I'm like that I don't think there was anything really that I was ever hesitant about. I think I'm down for all of these. This is going to be a tough ranking. All right, I wrote my rankings down. Y'all are.
Oh, me too.
Okay. We're going to get them all with 10 points, all with 6 points.
That's what happened last time. We got pretty even last time. Okay. Well, let me know when you're ready and we can just give our inputs.
Denali, go ahead.
Okay. My number one, I'm kind of dipping into my own cookie jar here, but I got M. Night as my number one. All right. Number two is Nicolas Cage. Number three is holiday horror. Number four is Robbie P. Number five, The Woodman, Elijah. Number six is J. Debs.
Surprising.
Okay.
That's okay.
Give me 1 second to input the scores. Okay. Ryan.
First, I have my boy Nicky C.
Nicky C.
And then I have holiday horror as number two. Number three is JD Johnny Depp. Number four is M. Night Twisty Boy. 5 is The Woodman. And 6, unfortunately, is RPAT. It's more of a compliment to the competition than it is a dig at RPAT.
Hey, that's okay, man.
I like him a lot.
This is a strong.
It's the
6.
best one we've ever had.
Yeah. From like a pure enjoyment and like being really excited for the season. Just okay. Inputting numbers. Okay. For mine, rating systems. I went with number 1 because I was going to pitch him as well, Nicolas Cage.
Damn, Nicky C's getting a lot of votes.
My second choice, Denali, similar. I dipped into the cookie jar a little bit. Holiday horror. I think it would be hilarious.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
It would be a hilarious pick. For my third pick, I picked Robert Pattinson. I'm really excited about that Batman movie. Fourth place, Johnny Depp. Fifth place, Elijah Wood. And then last place, and I think it might honestly be out in an air of ignorance. And thematically, I put M. Night Shyamalan in 6th.
All right. Still got a chance, baby.
It does. It absolutely does.
I think we got a pretty solid spread. I think Nick Cage and holiday horror are probably going to be the winners for sheer votes, I think.
Yeah, so in first place, at 17 total points is Nicolas Cage.
Of course.
Second place with 14, Holiday Horror. Third place, M. Night Shyamalan.
Oi.
Tied for fourth place, Johnny Depp and Robert Pattinson. And then in last place, all getting the fifth vote, Elijah Wood.
That's interesting. Wasn't that?
Yeah.
All right.
And this is the Wheel of Chaos.
Anything could happen. It could be dog movies again. Can we just put dog movies again as an input on the wheel?
Put cat movies as a 1.
Is there any cat movies?
Oh my god, the cat movies are so much better than dog movies. Don't get me started. I almost pitched cat movies, but I could not do another animal theme.
I almost said horse movies a third time. Because out of all my lists, I look at horse movies and I'm like, a third time? Another horse movie pitch? Forced vote? Because if I just keep pitching horse movies over and over again, it'll eventually get picked, just statistically.
Yeah, it's season 93.
Okay. Oh. All right, fellas. Give me 1 second to change the screen so there's no obstruction when I share this.
Oh boy, guys, holy shit, that is a hell of a Wheel of Chaos. Is the needle even small enough to even hit a sliver?
It'll do it, yeah, because remember last time it did it.
Oh my gosh. Well, guys, whatever we pick here, whatever this thing lands on, we're going to do one spin, and it will be our pick for season 4. We are going to watch 10 movies, at least 10 weeks of whatever we do here.
Oh, we can spin it for 30 seconds now. Nice.
I think
you should do a little bit more than 10 seconds because sometimes it seems so...
Okay. Oh my god. So, okay. Jesus.
Okay.
All right, guys, hold hands. Hold hands to the screens. Oh.
Okay.
May the fates guide us.
Oh.
By that much, by seriously a
pixel,
by a fucking micron.
Getting Johnny Depp.
Holiday horror, folks. We got holiday horror for season 4.
I'm not disappointed.
I'm not either, man. This is a buck wild.
We get to dip into the B and Z movie category.
Yeah.
There are some bad movies, guys.
Oh.
Holy fuck. I have the same feeling of what we did when we got into the dog season, where I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is going to be my life for months.
10 minimum 10 weeks.
Because I've been talking people's ears off about dog movies I've been watching. So what the fuck are they going to think if I'm watching Thanksgiving horror movies and Easter horror movies?
There's some 10 out of 10, in my top 20 movies of all time movies in here.
Midsummer's really fucking good.
Oh, I haven't seen.
We have to come up with a meter.
Halloween.
You didn't do a meter in your pitch, Chase. We should have vetted this.
I don't think any of us did.
I did a twistometer, and I didn't do a patty meter, I guess. Okay. What's the meter? The horometer? Shit. I didn't see that one.
Got yourself, man.
Got myself.
There's going to be some interest. I think this is going to actually be the best season for actual film analysis. And for that reason, I'm excited. I'm ready. After a season of having almost nothing that was well made, I'm actually excited to dive into the sausage here.
Yeah. Denali, I'm sorry. I know horror isn't your forte here.
This is gonna be hard, but I can pull through.
You might not be affected after the end of it. You might just be like,
yeah. Horror does not mean scary.
It could mean stressful or disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
I think, okay, so let's have a real tiny 30-second talk about what horror means. I think horror is a theme more than it is a gut reaction from the audience. It's a tone. It's what the intent of the people making it is. So I actually, been thinking about this quite a bit, and I think what makes the two biggest elements to me personally, I know this is not empirical, but like that makes a horror movie is two factors. One, you're trapped by some sort of external force. And second, there's a sense of hopelessness or dread. If you have those two things together, I think that's a horror movie.
What is our okay, what's our meter? Like, are we gonna, should we come up with it on episode 1? And
number one, like how holiday-y it is.
Okay, how much does it represent it? How much represents holiday? And then maybe how scary it is? How...
I would not say scary. Once again, like I would say like how much does it rely on the holiday for a crux? Like how
problem.
holiday spirit does this make you feel?
Ooh.
I think all horror movies scare me. So I think that is an easy metric for me.
Yeah, and we all have our different meters.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. And I don't get scared by many horror movies, but I do get, I get scared is kind of a weird thing. I'm very susceptible to being afraid, but I'm not like long-term scared.
Yes. Well,
have you guys heard the term holiday heart?
Holiday heart? No.
Yeah, it's when you go on a holiday and you drink and eat so much food that your heart rate goes extreme through the roof.
That sounds dangerous.
And it's just like, and
so that combined with a horror movie would kill somebody, I think.
Yeah.
So we could do a holiday meter then. Honestly, we can develop it. What's holidometer?
Let's think on it, because I might be able to come up with have an idea for a design that might make it come more natural.
Yeah.
This might fall on you, Jace.
Fuck, where's
we already got a logo.
House? We're back in the house, right? The holiday horror hallway.
The holiday hallway. Yeah.
We can just say we're like in the attic or the basement where you keep all your holiday like shit, you know, like where your parents keep all their like Christmas lights and shit and the Halloween decorations, you know, the
holiday house.
That does it.
Yeah.
Guys, I think that does it.
Haunted holiday house.
I'm saying we're off the hook for the episode.
GBGB's haunted holidays.
Oh,
there we
that's
go.
pretty good. Oh, I like that, Jace. Write it down. All right. So there is a final step before we sign off.
Oh God, we have to pick a movie.
Oh yeah. We have to pick the damn movie.
Oh
shit.
Don't forget the most important part.
Okay. So the next holiday coming up would be Halloween.
I think that's...
So do we want to do a Halloween episode? I have two suggestions. Obviously, the movie Halloween, which is an amazing movie. We can start with a fucking banger. But you guys might have seen it. Have you not seen John Carpenter's Halloween?
I have not.
Jesus Louises. Wow.
Denali doesn't like watching horror movies by himself. He'll only watch with his friends.
I don't like watching horror movies. I'm gonna be spooked this whole season.
Amber is just as anxious as me, so she doesn't like watching them. So I will have to watch this by myself and be traumatized by it and have to swallow it by myself.
Watch it in a light room.
I want to formally nominate the movie Trick or Treat.
Oh, I was just seeing that.
Is that with the guy with the pumpkin head?
It's my favorite
horror
Halloween movie.
Comedy?
Me and Julie have watched it every Halloween for the last like 6 years on the day of. It's our tradition.
Is it? Okay.
Halloween the movie is more of like a traditional horror. You can watch that any time of the year and it's great. But it's fun to watch Trick or Treat on Halloween.
Okay.
Do you care that you have to watch it in this upcoming week?
Oh no. I own it on Blu-ray. I own like 6 movies on Blu-ray, and half of them are John Carpenter movies, and one of them is Trick or Treat. It's not a traditional horror movie at all, and that's exactly why I want you to start off on it.
Okay. I think I'm down for that.
I'm down.
I do want to. We probably. I should see Halloween on my own just because it's a classic at some point, or we can see it later in the season if we.
We're gonna watch it later in the season. We're gonna watch it.
I'm down to do Trick or Treat. I guess we don't need the wheel for this season.
No.
I think we can just pick them.
Yeah.
If you guys are down.
Julie is pleading for me to give up the wheel.
Really?
We can use the wheel.
I like the wheel. I still enjoy the wheel, but the add drop super list thing, I would prefer to have like a bit more direct choice. So
we never watched Cujo.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Dude, Chad texted me yesterday and I was like, have you been listening to the dog episodes? We finally hit 1,000. Thank you for listening to all of them. And he was like, oh, I have to catch up. I can't wait for Cujo. And I was like,
don't break it to him.
I don't have the heart to tell him.
Didn't have the heart to tell myself. Cool. Well, there we have it, folks. We're seeing Trick or Treat for this week to start off our holiday horror season. And Jace, what did we what was the thing you were trying to call the season?
GBGBs? Haunted Holidays.
I love it, dude. I love it. We hope you guys will join us this holiday season. Watch along with us. Follow us on Twitter at GBGB Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at Good Boys Gone Bland. Subscribe, review, tell your friends.
Thank you, everyone who's given us a rating on Apple
Yes,
Podcast.
thank you guys. You
And
guys
if
are
you
the best.
haven't, fuck you.
Let's reel it back, Jace. Let's reel it back. Fuck you until you right. That's the best attitude, is hostility towards the people who are giving you their time.
You spent an hour listening. You could have spent 10 seconds hitting the 5-star button.
Listen, if you guys are too, I know what it's like. You know, sometimes you feel a little shy putting your name out there and doing that directly. What you can do is, if you're in a bar, steal a stranger's phone, hand sanitize afterwards, you know, because it's COVID times, and just review our podcast, slip the phone back. You know, just slip it back. Just throw a 5. You know, just put a little review and be like, GBGB's rules. And that's it. And that's a huge metric that Apple Podcasts use to judge success of podcasts. So that will be the biggest way you guys can help us. But you guys have already helped us so much just by listening along and, you know, commenting on our stuff. It's so gratifying to see that people listen to our dumb voices on the show, and I love it.
The 1,000 download threshold.
By the time this one comes out, I mean, you know,
yeah, it's huge for like my mental.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you to everybody. It's
I mean,
late
more
now,
successful than my book. Like, let's get that clear.
one begets the other. Well, hell yeah, guys, join us next week, I guess. Right? No, next week. It seems
Next
weird
week?
because we just ended the dog
Join
season. I'm like,
us on Halloween.
on Halloween, hopefully when this comes out, if we time it right, I think we could pull it off. With that, was there a dog thing we could sign off on, or a holiday? Happy Halloween!
Who let the dogs out?
No, we didn't. Who let the